Yeah, gotta talk to the people real quick, man. I ain't even finna wait for y'all to jump in here. Y'all can just jump in and just go back when we go back. But for those that be on what I'm on, let's go time real quick. So I I knew this was gonna happen. I I knew this was gonna happen. Everybody, if you've been all through the Joe Budden community, you see how people kind of been throwing their complaints about Ice and Ish, and this is why as Joe, this is why you don't add in to the complaints because you add on to the narrative, or maybe that's what you want to do. However, I go to look at the podcast today on this good Saturday, and last week, Joe Joe said it. He was like, "I'm gonna break that couch up." Now, what I took from that at first, like he was saying like, "All right, I'm gonna break the couch up as far as I'm gonna put like, you know, you and Mark at or sit Ice next to me." You know what I'm saying? Just break. No, no. As soon as I said, "I see it coming," I see it coming. Then I'm like, "All right, hold on." He not just talking about seating arrangements. The next week, gone, gone. Ice there? No. Ish there? No. Because all that too, we gonna talk about it today because it's. First of all, let's start with Ish. Wait. First, let's get back to what. Let's stick to the storyline. Let's stick to the storyline. So, you got B Dot, who Pete what Joe said right in the beginning when Joe was like, when I asked B Dot what he was on, he was like, "Man, I'm just trying to think of the next plan, trying to think of something to do." And Joe was like, "Perfect timing." Man, that ain't just no, man, it's always true to the jokes a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It's always true to the jokes. So when Joe's saying that, Joe pretty much like, you could tell he's in that phase. I seen a post, I don't know how true it is or not. I don't know how true it is or not, but something about Surf was supposed to get out, but then something about another case got picked up, so they just transferred Surf to, you feel me, another location that may have threw a little monkey wrench in the plan of what Joe got going on. So yeah, you teasing. Shout out to all my husbands that be washing dishes. You feel me? It's what we do for our wives. You know what I'm saying? We cook breakfast and then wash dishes so they can make sure. You know what I'm saying? They getting ready for, you know what I'm saying, dinner. You know what I'm saying? Prepare dinner, but you gotta make sure that kitchen clean. All right, back to it. So yeah, so you was waiting on Joe. I'm sorry, you was waiting on Sir to drop. You could tell Flip done kind of like took a step back. Flip doing his thing. You get what I'm saying? So that was the transformation, and then boom, threw a little monkey wrench in that because Surf not home. So, all right, what we do now? I need y'all to step it up. Ish not stepping it up. Ice not stepping it up. Y'all are kind of riding the train. I think when Flip be saying stuff like, "Man, all I gotta do is come here once a day or once a week, and I could just," stuff like that. It don't sit right. It don't sit right with Ice and Ish because it comes out in the performance where you can't joke with Ice or if you can, he gonna say, "Okay, come on, yeah, go ahead." Like, like, say the joke, and that takes away from the joke. You get what I'm saying? And then Ish is too cool for school, and then when he does speak, you ever notice how he'll say the same thing that like the person just said? I don't know if y'all ever seen Pootie Tang, right? But in Pootie Tang, but it could be like, "Man, well, it's about 98 degrees outside. Boy, it's hot today, boy. Ooh, it's hot." And then fool walk up and be like, "It sure is hot too." That's what Ish be doing. That's what Ish be doing. Joe could say, Joe just did it. Like Joe, he said something like, man, this dude acting way more, you know what I'm saying? Well, they were talking about somebody, and he was like, "Man, this dude acting way more, you know what I'm saying, rich than these other guys." And Ish was like, "Yeah, man, he can go outside. He be rich." Be like, "What you on?" Back to the story. So I'm listening. No Ice, no Ish. So the performance being poor, and then you got to Danny from the start. They be listening to Danny. When Danny dropped these videos, because you said things like, "Man, Dan be kind of hitting it close to home. Because some of the stuff he's called out we've seen play out. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, when Dan is dropping these videos about their performances, and then now we're watching them, and it's been kind of, we all see what it is. If you're a real JBP fan and you've been really listening to the Joe Budden podcast, I'm talking about the Patreon, not just the main like pods, like you could see like it's been kind of like just like you know what I'm saying? It's been so. I need y'all to step it up, and then y'all not stepping it up. Okay, cool. So let me go ahead and bring B Dot. B Dot's gonna talk music, so he's going to replace who? Ice, on a whole other level, because this man, he was in the music industry. B Dot literally will put up a list on Twitter, and he'll cause reactions the same way how Complex put up like their list. He got that type of power with this culture. So I don't like these words, power, cachet. He got that type of like cachet with the culture. You get what I'm saying? Okay, cool. And then you got who? You got Imani. Now, me personally, Imani is like, you know what I'm saying? But for the sake of what we're talking about, Imani is going to talk not more than Ish, but he'll be more transparent than Ish in some ways. Like he'll say what he got going on, whether it is medical. Ish just does the too cool for school, and I think at one point that was cool because it was kind of like the I forgot I was watching some shit. At one point it was cool because it was kind of like the how you say it, like the hand toss from like that Maul energy, right? So when Maul and Rory was there, Maul was like, you know, too cool for school, but I know Joe, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, y'all gotta know I'm 36. So if you grew up in that era, just Maul being the brother of Biggs, having that Rockefeller like line was a thing. And then you had Rory who gonna go back and forth, he gonna talk the music thing. So if you notice, Joe's gonna keep that line. You got at first you got Maul, you got Rory, too cool for school. We talking about, you know, like the relationship vibes and things like that, life a little bit, you know me. And then you got Rory, where we talking music. You feel me? All right, boom. You switch to Ice and Ish, same thing. Ish, too cool for school. We on relationship vibes. You know me. We done been in these streets again. You got Ice. Ice gonna talk from music. You bringing that South. You feel me? Perspective. You get what I'm saying? So, all right, I don't forget. I was around here washing dishes. I'm tripping. I got a multitask, right? All right, boom. So then, but then y'all kind of start. You feel me? You kind of start like on the decline to where it's this thing like, yeah, y'all know Joe. So it's like when Ice goes, what's understood ain't gotta be explained. It's like y'all forget, bro, we on a pod, bro. Like we talking to people, bro. You get what I'm saying? You know how frustrating it is when the man, it was like when we talking, it be like, nah, yo, forget it, yo. What you mean forget it, nigga? Like, what do you mean? Like, this ain't for the pod. Why you even brought it up? Why would you even? Or like, nah, yo, I ain't gonna talk about. Nah, go ahead, yo, go ahead. Like, hey, nigga, we not on the corner, bro. Like, we not outside. We not on the porch, bro. We not in front of like the party before it begin, and this girl's outside, and you trying to like, you know, be all cool. You wanna lick your lips 5 times in 15 seconds. Like, we not on that type of time. Bro. We're talking to people, and even though, granted, yeah, you're gonna have the how you say it, when you're watching, you feel me, the pod. But most people listen to pods, bro. When you at work, it's just easier to have the audio. So if we listening to something and then you keep going, nah, yo, I ain't gonna do that. Nah, we'll talk about that. Nah, we go. Come on, bro. So now you got B Dot and you got Imani. And I think that's finna go down is that he finna swap where you got B Dot and Imani on the main pod, and then you got Ice and Ish on the other pod. Or what he may do is bring Ice or Ish back, right? He might bring Ice or Ish back. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe. You feel me? I'm trying to get my likes and my subscribers. Like your boy just went over 1,000. So I'm trying to get that thing to 2,000. So y'all holler. So I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. I'm at like 1,025 right now. Back to the story. So you feel me? It's like what I was saying. I forgot I was saying that fast. I'm back. Boom. He may bring Ice back on the main part with B Dot. No. This one I can guarantee you that he's not gonna do. He's not gonna have B Dot and Ice on the same part because they're both music. It makes no sense. And he's not gonna now. But this is the thing. He will have Imani and Ish on the same part because Ish could take the relationship role, so could Imani, and then Imani could talk music as well. And then it's something about when Imani go to screaming at Ish, it's like a beige rage. Them boys go to tripping they start arguing in a whole nother light. So I could see Joe sitting back like, all right, cool. Mona, I rock with Mona. I feel like she's at in that probation stage where she's just trying to find her place with the show. I don't think he should. All right, so that was cool with Mona. So now let Mona do her thing. I think he should definitely keep Mona around. I think it's just there in that, you feel me? Like she's a comedian, so it's like, all right, do I just keep being funny? But then my real topics, it's like you could tell I could dig deep in these topics, but then I still gotta have shit for my show. So I think with Mona, they just really is like she in that probation stage where you're trying to find where you go. But I can't say I'm upset with the move. I'm cool with the move. The reason why I'm cool with the move is because, bro, the show was getting stagnant. The show was kind of getting and Joe just sitting back seeing everybody else kind of. I think I'm to be real with you. I think that whole Netflix deal kind of that was like a boom. Like it's too many, not L's, but too many little jabs. You feel me? You had the Netflix thing, so you got, even though nigga don't care about Charlamagne, but it's just like that Magneto and the other nigga, it's like just a mental war type vibe. So Charlamagne hit the little 200 mil, and then now the people who, you gotta think about it, I put y'all niggas on, I put Rory on, you feel me? I put them all on, and y'all boys not on Netflix around the same time my commercial. So you gotta think about it. I'm celebrating my commercial. This was a flex for me. They like, boy, Joe, we see you. Joe got the Netflix commercial, boy, Joe Budden, boom, boom. And then now y'all whole show on this bitch. Nigga, that's gonna do what the fuck you mean? They on the show. So, but I can't hate on it. Remember, he had an episode where he was like, all right, man, everybody just kind of signing on. This message is here for review. I don't know what's going on. That crazy. Everybody just kind of signing on, right? And he was to this one big conglomerate. That's what he was on. You feel me? And then, but he couldn't really hate on it because it's still making the podcast world in itself major. Man, this thing is on. How you said, Netflix. Everybody on Netflix. Joe and Jada on Netflix. You feel me? Marlon Rory on Netflix. All right, cool. So now you got that happen. And then Flip. Bruh, he called Flip in the beginning of the show. And just for that little segment, it was that, you could see the energy of Flip matters, bruh. You can't, I don't want to say you can't do it without Flip, but when you introduce a certain energy to your artist, right? You feel me? You feel me? When you introduce yourself into your artist, right? You can't introduce your artist. No, when you introduce this energy to the audience, bro, you can't strip that energy away. You feel me? So you can't be like, all right, I just gave y'all Flip. So now y'all used to the random bug outs. Y'all used to the random outbursts. Y'all used to the funnies. Y'all used to him making fun of everybody. This is what y'all are used to. And then now you kind of start to throw that away, but your other co-hosts are not filling that void or anything, Mark can't do it by himself, bro. Because what's gonna happen is now Mark's gonna do too much talking, and then now it's like, all right, bro, like now niggas getting tired of Mark. Now it's like, all right, fam, like, all right, bro, like Mark keep bringing up all the topics. Every time somebody pass away, Mark the one that gotta say it. Every time it's a serious topic, Mark the one gotta say it. Every time, like if it get too quiet, here come Mark, like, hey man, so I rate this thing. You're overworking your superstar. He's a superstar. You feel me saying? For the Joe Budden podcast, and you're overworking your superstar to where you're almost devaluing Mark, because now he has to make up for what Ice and Ish not doing. And it's not that they're just horrible. It's just, bro, you brought Flip, and Flip done jumped in this thing on like, I'm here, I'm Flip, I'm doing my thing, and then he's still working, bro. It's like it's an energy. Even if you notice when Flip don't say something, Joe got to now talk. You feel me? What I'm saying? Like even like you got like Pete Parks, like he'll take little jabs at Ish just to try to spark a little something. Like it's getting too old, man. This shit boring, boy. Like we just bring up a topic, talk about the topic. Okay, next. Bring up a topic, talk about the topic. Okay, next. Like y'all can't talk about sports. Y'all know we don't want to hear y'all talk about sports. Y'all talk about sports for a long time. It's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, come on. But that's that. Now we on to the next, you feel me? So if you seen the podcast, it was straight. Like, it was cool. It was good. B-Dot was talking his music vibes. Imani gonna be, you know, he gonna be Imani. I feel like what Imani do is he listens for, or he pods for the comments. You get what I'm saying? Like, Imani be like, nah, man, y'all chill, y'all can't do that, man, you know, because they be saying, man, I don't give a fuck what they be saying. Man, pod. But that's that. We on to the next. Now we talking about 50 Cent. We gotta talk about 50 Cent and T.I. McCuz was like, oh, 50 gotta rap, 50 gotta rap. 50 not gonna rap. 50 not gonna rap, 50 not gonna drop no type of music at all. Why? Because you gotta understand, when 50 Cent was out, he like, bro, when you sign with Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre and Interscope, and you dropping music the way you dropping music, we look at 50 the way that we do because he had that conglomerate like machine when he dropped it. Stupid. It's the same machine supporting him now, just on the TV and entertainment side. You feel me? Like 50 said, well, ain't gonna be no conspiracy, bro. Like the man, like these people tell you what it is. The man said, bro, when I went at Jimmy Iovine, you know what I'm saying, we got into it. Jimmy Iovine called me in the office. 50 said this. Jimmy Iovine called me in the office and was like, man, I think, you know, music, you kind of like done kind of, you know, ran out of that. You know what I'm saying? How about you try this? And then he pointed at the TV. You feel me? This is what 50 said. 50 said he pointed at the TV. And then when he pointed at the TV, that's when 50 started. Remember, before he even got into the whole power stuff, bro, Fool was doing it. Like, he had tried, like, the Comedy Central stuff. He had B. Simone, DC Young. It was like he was trying his own In Living Color sketch show that was shortly lived. It kind of, you know what I'm saying? Then he started doing the power stuff and all that. And then that thing had done took off, you feel me? So now he, the same machine and power that's behind him, you get what I'm saying, that was doing the music stuff, the same machine and power that's behind him with the TV, you feel me? So no, they're not, like 50 not finna drop no type of music, no kind of music. This is where it get kind of like, because is it, like McCuz was saying, did 50 go, or is T.I. and his sons, and you know, are they going too far with, like, I feel like, all right, no more diss tracks, like no more diss records. That's it. That's like, he done dropped 2 more after the money dropped them. Sorry Miss Jackson and King dropped his with the T-shirt. The man got the T. He got your mama. That's crazy. That's crazy. So no more diss records. Like you drop 2 after that. That's crazy. Now drop the album. What they doing? Taking advantage of of what this is. The same thing that when Jim Jones stands, you feel me, in the studio with the kung fu vibe. It's like, this the world that we in right now. We in the algorithm world. We in it, like, but the crazy part about it is, if you been anywhere near in the entertainment business, they gonna tell you off the ripper good publicity or bad publicity, like as long as they're talking about you. You get what I'm saying? This is what we in. You putting in that search engine, and then your name going in that search engine, and then whatever the case may be, and people getting money off this stuff. You feel me? So T, I know what he doing. That boy supposed to be dropping music. So now, of course, 50 Cent stay in the algorithm. 50 done did this Diddy. Pause. That was crazy. He did the Diddy documentary. So his name, you get what I'm saying? That's how that go. Boom. That's what that is. You feel me? And I'm almost finished with my dishwasher. You get what I'm saying? That's what that is. So, talked about the Joe Budden situation. I think he should keep Ice and Ish. I don't think he should let them boys. I just think he should put them on the Patreon. B. Dot, I think, needs to go ahead and just join the Joe Budden podcast. Because, all right, if you ever seen any other Rap Radar interviews, right? The Rap Radar interviews, literally, you got, it's like good cop, bad cop, right? So you got Elliot, and he's asking all these like journalistic, like to the point questions, you feel me? And then B-Dot be like, he acts like some crazy shit. You get what I'm saying? So that's where that was the whole Rap Radar, back and forth. That was the success of that. But now if you let B-Dot go where he with Joe Budden, and he get to just fly, bruh, to the moon. To the moon. You need excitement. You need excitement. Now I'm starting to see that the Joe Budden podcast, it's not a podcast like everybody else podcast, bro. Everybody else got a podcast like, all right, watch this, we listen to this weekly, it's what it is. The Joe Budden, the Joe Budden podcast has become, it's like a TV show. Like this has now become like a reality podcast TV show that we watching in real time, because especially if you went back and binge watched and binge listened from the jump, and now you all the way back, you like, okay, so it's been cast members. It's shit like a TV show, bro. Like you know when you watch a TV, I ain't never seen Dawn of the Dead. Is Dawn of the Dead? Oh no, ain't Dawn of the Dead. It's The Walking Dead. There it is. It's The Walking Dead. I ain't never seen The Walking Dead, right? But I heard in The Walking Dead they be just killing them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like your favorite character could go tomorrow, straight up. That's how I view it, right? So if that's the case, that's how the Joe Budden podcast has become like a TV show. Like it's like a podcast series in a sense, right? Why? Because, all right, we had done got attached to Marlon and Rory, and then the boy was gone. You were like, damn. That boy said, "You are fired, Rory." And for those who know, he was like, "Maul just wanted you to say, all right, bro, I owe you respect. You ain't gotta let him go." But Maul, he ain't fighting Maul. Maul just never came back. Like a TV show, is it like, damn. Then next thing you know, you got Ice and Ish. Now for those who know, we had done heard Ice. Sometimes he'd call Ice, you get what I'm saying? And then you for the viral video with Ish, you're like, okay, so these his friends. But then if you spin the block and you know, Maul was saying a long time ago, you and Ish ain't spoken in years. So now you like, that boy done went and got Ish? That's Ish? Okay, that's Ice. Ice, Arsenal's brother. It's a vibe, right? Everybody vibing. Boom. So then you getting attached. You getting attached to the characters. Right? And then boom. That boy done added Melissa Ford and Flip. And now at first you like, is he finna fire Ice and Ish? But he don't fire them. He don't fire. He like, no. I'ma just add to the show. Now we got Ice, Ish, you know what I'm saying? We got Flip, and it's making sense. You got, M4 done came in this thing, all right, boom, and you rocking, and you rocking, and you rocking, and that boy, boom, he done threw Mark Lamont in that thing. You like, that boy trying to build a football team in that bit. Okay, this thing like a whole network on one TV show. Okay, cool, we ready. All right, so you rocking, right? You rocking, and then click. Listen forward, gone. You just like, dang. What happened now? The crazy part about it is, it's like the TV show, because when when you're watching a good TV show, it's a character that's pissing you off. You know what I'm saying? Every other episode, they just do something to pick. Like right now, me and my wife, we is watching the Real Housewives of Potomac. And Stacey is trying to say that she didn't pay this man. That she didn't pay this man to be with her. Mind you, the man taking her to court right now. Ashley done confronted her about it. She gonna look her right in her face and be like, I don't know what you're talking about. You know what we talking about. You know exactly what we talking about. All right, boom. You know what I'm saying? But if they was to take Stacey off the show, I'll be pissed. Cause I'll be like, you need her. Somebody got to get cussed out. So you need that. Right now, let's get back to the story. So you can't take away info. Take away info. I'm like, damn. How you gonna take away info? I was complaining a little bit, like she don't never talk, bro. She be tripping, but she be walking up. But then when you took away info, I was like, I see why she was there. You needed that. Dog power male. Dog power. You need that. She gone. All right, cool. Then you add Mona. Mona cool. I'm cool. Like, she cool. Like it's a hit and miss with the episodes. You know what I'm saying? But what it did was, now you invested in the show. You detach yourself from the characters, and then now you just sitting back watching the show. So now even when he do the whole ice-ish swap with B-Dot and Imani for the main part, you like, let me see how this works. You're gonna watch it just to see how it works. You gonna sit there and be like, all right, let me see if this pan out like how the ice-ish panned out. That's why if you notice, like he like saying something like Kim test type vibes. You feel me? All right, cool. Boom. Now here's the thing. This is why he messed up at. With my Joe, I feel like you know, because if this was just a fill-in episode, and you bring back Ice and Ish on Wednesday or Patreon, but Wednesday, because for those who don't got the Patreon, it's like if you ain't got the Patreon, it's kind of hard to like you don't know. So I'm gonna just speak on it from like a main part vibe, right? You bring them back on the main part on Wednesday, and that Wednesday part is ass. Boy, you in trouble, boy. Boy, you in trouble, boy. I'm gonna tell you why you in trouble. Because now you just made us go bring back B-Dot. What if B-Dot don't want to? What if he can't do it on the main part? Not you're. But this is why you're not in trouble. And that's why I said about 2 minutes ago. That's why you're not in trouble. You're not in trouble because even if they're whack on the main pod on Wednesday, we still looking like, okay, so that ain't work, bro. Bring somebody up. This the genius part. I ain't gonna hold you. Damn, I've been talking for 28 minutes. This the genius part. I ain't gonna hold you. Damn, you feel me? Damn, leave, because if the man he's created, that I'm saying, it ain't no part. Ain't no part. It's like a TV show. Because we even seeing the watch, like, I want to see if this work. Okay, he tried that Kim test. He could bring 2 new people for the next 2 months, and we'll watch it every time just to see if they fit. Just because now he done created the Joe Budden podcast is a series. This ain't just no, you feel me? Now I get, because think about it, everybody ain't gonna get the Patreon, bro. So everybody ain't gonna see Mark and Ian doing their thing. Everybody ain't gonna see the inside, you feel me, vibes. Everybody not gonna see when Corey get his shit off on the Patreon, because everybody ain't paying the Patreon. You gotta understand, bro, that Netflix got all this shit on Netflix. You feel me? Everybody ain't. So people making them choices like, all right, do I pay for Netflix and then get my Hulu and my Paramount Plus, or do I pay for Joe Budden podcast, Netflix, Hulu, Paramount Plus, or somebody, they like, do I do Netflix, Joe Budden, Netflix, Joe Budden? Okay, with Netflix, I get all of this with Joe Budden, but when you invest it, this Joe Budden outweighs the Netflix, you feel me? But for the main part, motherfucker, we not looking at, they don't see the side shows. So what, the main part has to become a side show, bro. Come on, man. Come on, somebody. That boy, man, give me a pot. That boy cooking. That boy. That boy cook. That boy cook. The main pod, say it one more time, people back. The main pod has become the like TV sideshow. The commercial, if you will. You get what I'm saying? Listen, if you only watching the main pod, you may be like, man, Joe Budden podcast ain't nothing, man. He always got somebody different over there. But then you get the podcast, the Patreon, and you be like, oh, this shit, gangsta, boy, it's an episode every day in this bit. If you go to work, you already know I got at least 2 hours taken care of at least 4 to 5 days of my week. Guaranteed, I'm cool. I'm a shit. I already know when I clock in, I know if we go to Patreon, it's episode there. And if for those who got the main part, they just looking and they just like, okay, so this nigga got new people. Who was B-Dot? Imani, because Imani been practicing on the Patreon, like he on the main part. You can say he's doing his thing. B-Dot doing his thing. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, because I don't want to keep, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to keep doing it, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Boom, that's that. And then, like I said, 50 Cent not going to say nothing back musically. So we can go ahead and just dead that. That ain't going to happen. Huh? It's not going to happen. So, we're going to go ahead and wait for next week for the main part to see if Ice and Ish is back on there. I'm going to do more of these because I've been peeping. I've been sitting back. I was doing videos. I can go back and watch a couple of my videos. I was doing some Joe Budden reviews, you know what I'm saying, months ago. Got into a little car accident. Things slowed down, you know what I'm saying. Life be life when you get into a car accident. Let me tell y'all about this car. So then I'm going to go. I get into a car accident, right? You know what I'm saying? I was driving, right? And then it was just like some little young dude, right? So he on the side. So what the dude did, you know, I'm in traffic. So you slow down a little bit and it was like a little gap. He tried to go through the gap, right? Then go through the gap. Fucking hit me on my side. Totaled my car. The people started talking in the little SOS thing. Scared me a little bit because they ain't had to boom. They were like, are you all right? I was like, what's going on? Oh, that's you. Boom. Spoke to them, right? I thought I was finna get paid because I was doing Uber at the time, you feel me? So, and I had a passenger. My passenger was asleep, flew to the left side of the car. So he was like, oh, shit, we about to get some money, right? Okay, all right, boom. So then, let me take. The owner, it was a restaurant. The Russian man ran out, right? Because I was all banged up. So he was like, don't move. I got everything on camera. I'ma hit up my dog. He a lawyer. You about to get paid. I'm like, oh shit. We about to get some money. Right? Then I'm like, all right, cool. Ambulance came, went through the process. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to the chiropractor. Then that bit breaking my back paw like a motherfucker, right? You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I can walk. I feel like I can fly in this bitch. I was like, neck. I didn't even know I had weight. I'm balling right then because it's all for the free ski. They got the Uber coming to pick me up. The Uber black. I'm looking like motherfucking president. My lord, I did that. Boom. I got an appointment at 12 o'clock, please. You know what I'm saying? To get my shoulders, you know what I'm saying, adjusted. You feel me? Life is going good. Did that for like a month because I thought I was going to get paid. The lawyer was like, Uber guy. $1 million policy. Now you know I'm like, oh shit, we about to get some money. Right? Okay, boom. Did that for like a month straight. The man had some type of bulletproof insurance where they was like, well, sir, I know what we said, but it only gonna cover something like the car, nobody in the car, something like that. I ain't getting no damn money. I ain't getting no money. Is that the hand behind me? So, what's up, babe? I'm talking to you too. I'm telling them how I got accident. I ain't getting no money. I'm lying. You want the charge? It's behind my bed. That's the baby girl. She just had a dance performance with Black History Month yesterday. She killed that thing. She was like, bah, 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 bah. That's what I was saying though, right? I ain't get no money. So then I'm like, all right, cool. That's cool. So I said all that to say, shout out Mike, Fred, the podcast. Make sure y'all check that podcast out. I say this to say that. I rock that podcast. You feel me? All right, boom. Mike, check. Yeah, boom, wait. All right, so I ain't getting no money. I said all that to say I was sad. Down. Frustrated. I was like, I don't want to make no videos. Why? Because I was supposed to get the money. And the man had the bulletproof insurance and I didn't get the money. So now, I'm like, all right, let me chill. But I've been getting back to it. I've been walking, I've been running, you know what I'm saying? Meditating, reading my Bible, praying. I've been reading books. I will run and show you how the book, but it's way in the back. But I'm, all right, so I started on, it's called African People and European Holidays, Mental Genocide. I read book 1 and book 2. I think it's like 3 of them. I gotta read that one. Then I got to just grab this other one. It's called Black Labor, White Wealth. My uncle put me on those because he, you know what I'm saying, revolutionary. So I've been all of that got me back to doing my videos again. So I'm gonna be doing a whole bunch of lives because I gotta get my watch hours up. You know what I'm saying? I'm sweating. It's time to go because I should be sweating in your own house. I got AC on 69. It's crazy. All right. So y'all be good. We gonna wait. Matter of fact, I'm gonna holler at y'all probably tomorrow, but it ain't gonna be about Joe Budden because we gotta wait. So tomorrow we gonna wait to see if something else pop off, right? And then if something else pop off, I'm gonna be like, I told y'all I'm back. Let's talk about it. And then boom, it's go time. That's what we gonna do. But until then, next week we gonna talk about. We gonna wait. We gonna listen and watch the episode on Wednesday, and we gonna see if he brought Ice and Ish back. And if he did bring Ice and Ish back, is it a good episode? If he don't bring Ice and Ish back, then we know. Somebody done got it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So we gonna know. So now I gotta go. Y'all holler at me, you know what it is, man. Go time. Y'all make sure y'all follow me and you know, no, not follow me. This ain't Instagram link. Subscribe to your boy. You dig? Subscribe, like, and tell somebody that do the stuff. And shout out to stutterers. And if y'all know a stuttering sponsor, let me know so we can do this together. Cause y'all see what's going on. It's a struggle. This ain't easy. You just can't talk to everybody all regular. If you can talk without stuttering, God bless you. I don't. I talk crazy. I gotta go. How you in this thing? What? I ain't say nothing inappropriate. I gotta go. 37 minutes. That's cool. All right, that's cool. I didn't.